Good evening, SimWorld. We are back here with live action on SimWorld TV. 2 games for you on a Wednesday night. First, we are kicking it off from Bethesda, Maryland. Run DMV at home, hosting Ill-a-delphia Elite. 2 teams not having the start to the season they wanted, both looking to change the trajectory of their SimWorld season tonight. I'm Ilava, joined in the booth by B-Ron as we get ready to tip this thing off. B-Ron, good to be back with you, sir.
Good to be back with you as well, E. In my home state. I just rode here, so I'm very excited to be in attendance for this one.
You're a Marylander, if that's the correct term.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Well, the boys from the region here on this DMV squad. Oh, nice drive there.
Okay.
Philly opens up the scoring in this one.
Darian Kingy Cross getting that first bucket. That was very nice.
Darian King Cross has shown some athletic ability and scoring ability as well. There's a second chance for DMV on this possession. Jean Armani has it. He drives to the hole and puts it in. The leading scorer for Run DMV, averaging 14.7 a game. Ties things up early on.
Both of these teams have some athletes, E, but Ill-a-delphia might have the better of the two in terms of athletes on their team, and that could be a difference in this game. And I should also add that this is Coach Dries Williams' first game coaching the Ill-a-delphia Elite.
Nice drive there. Bucket for John Hudgens, 6'10", 200-pound, 16-year-old. Yeah, you mentioned Coach Dries Williams taking over. He's changed some things here too, and this team needs a spark. Starting the season 0-3. Off to a nice early run in this game, and Oz Hall carries a 3. He was only shooting 11% from deep coming into this game.
Yeah, they definitely needed to make a switch, and they've made a lot of switches again with the new head coach, changing the starting lineup, moving Khalil Erickson to the bench, who I should also add is playing against his former team, from Run DMV. A bit of a revenge game for him. He gets on the floor.
Shot clock violation.
Oh, well, hold that thought for a minute.
Armani couldn't draw any iron there, but not entirely his fault. Shot clock winding down, he just kind of had to chuck it. But so far, Run DMV not looking too comfortable, and Philly looks like the team who come out ready to win tonight. Couldn't get that shot to go.
Well, they're definitely looking good to begin the game. I think both teams are they're using their speed to make the plays happen. So we've seen both ends of the ball movement, player movement, everybody's moving around, trying to find open lanes and plays the drive to the hoop, that kind of thing. It's been a good start so far for both teams.
Out there. Juan Singleton whistled for it. Trying to body up Armani. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Again, shot clock winding down, and a 3-second violation this time against Philly. Well, clearly not all the problems worked out with Philly, but
gotta hang in there. Gotta realize, hey, 1, 2, I gotta get out, and then just reset yourself. Didn't reset there, and Ill-a-delphia scored as a result.
Well, Marcus Lofton, not known for his scoring, either last year or so far this year in SimWorld play, but a pretty little shot right there. Or, excuse me, that wasn't Lofton, that was Darian Kingy Cross. Now he is more of a scorer.
Yeah, he is. He is averaging 14 points per game coming into this one.
Ray Trust, sharpshooter, having 44% of his threes coming into this game. Buried that one there. Wide open look from the free throw line, and that's up, and that's good. Juan Singleton, known more as a slasher, acrobatic dunker, but a little mid-range pull-up right there. 5-point lead for Philly. Coming up on the halfway mark, first quarter.
Exactly. Singleton currently leading Ill-a-delphia in points per game, 15.7 points per game. And again, I'm really liking the way that their offense is looking so far in this one. They're looking much more comfortable, like we kind of expected them to be.
Turnover there. Chance for DMV to cut into this lead, and the jumper. Wow, Trey Trust. We're confident on his opening shots in this game. Trust averaging 7.3.
Oh!
Quan Singleton.
Mistake on defense, and Quan Singleton doesn't make too many mistakes when he gets around that rim.
No, it's tough to make a mistake when you're throwing it down with one hand like that.
Trey Trust is on fire, folks. 7 quick points from Trust.
And they've had to answer for a lot of what Ill-a-delphia is doing, and a lot of it's come from Trey Trust to begin the game. A hot start for him.
Once again, Quan Singleton attacks the hoop unimpeded.
You'd like to see that big man in the middle react to the player driving to the basket there. Didn't see him in time, or nobody let him know that he got by his man on the pick and roll there.
Tough shot there for Armani. 3 on the way on the other end, and it's good. Nas Hall. Nas Hall came off the bench the opening 3 games for this Philly team. He looks like he belonged in this starting lineup for sure, and there's a turnover. A steal. Oh.
Whoa, but he got the rebound. Second chance.
Yep. Gets the second chance at it. Going to take it back up, and this time,
Orland Mock, the third.
Orland Mock, the third, the 83rd ranked 16-year-old in the 16 Simworld game.
Ill-a-delphia is looking much, much improved over the last 3 games. So far, this coaching change has looks like it's going to be paying dividends immediately for Ill-a-delphia.
6'9" Malik Duffin got a much smaller defender on him, but he couldn't do anything with it there. Philly can extend this lead to 10 points now, or even 11 with a made 3 on this possession.
There's a block.
Quickly up the other way.
Out of bounds.
DMV, but look at this.
Out of bounds.
Ijan just dribbled it right out of bounds. Well, he's only 16-year-old. Ijan Armani, 68th ranked player in his class. Subs in the game now.
We're going to see Khalil Erickson on the court for the first time against his former team.
Oh, another block inside. That's Nick Hugo.
I heard a bit of hand there on that one, yeah? Oh, what a charge?
Wow. Well, you were right about the other end there. There's some justice in that call, I guess, B-Ron.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, man.
Another chance to extend the lead to double digits, and this time there is no doubt. Quan Singleton has and scores. Oh, and look at this. Another turnover. Another chance for Philly to extend an early lead. They've come out with a great opening quarter here. Well, they unforced error there. We'll get it back. But for a Philly team that was 0-3 and had not looked good at all in their opening games, change at the top maybe going to lead to a change in results. They look great here.
Absolutely.
Opening action.
Absolutely. So far, this is just what the doctor ordered for Ill-a-delphia. Now they got a 10-point lead against Run DMV. They're looking magnificent to begin this game.
And then Smith couldn't make the second opportunity count. Slightest difference between the game clock and shot clock. DMV will get it back, but probably with not enough time to do anything unless Philly rushes something here. Look pretty content to get a last shot off, and won't go. Half-court heave. Wide of the mark. 10-point advantage, Philly. Nice start to the game for them. Maybe they can turn their season around yet, folks, under new coach Dries Williams. They lead 23-10, second quarter action when we return to the Run and Gun Sports Complex in Bethesda. Philly looking really efficient tonight on both sides of the court. Shooting the ball well, scoring 23 points in the quarter, but only allowing 13. And Biron, they racked up forced six DMV turnovers in the opening action there. That's pretty impressive.
It is really impressive, and you are absolutely right about that, Ian. You know, this team, they are more so known for their defense coming into this game. So, not too surprised to see them force as many turnovers as they did. But at the same time, you know, when nothing has been going well in terms of winning, you know, you'll take what you can get.
All right, Bracken to the line.
Got the first one to go, and Bracken on the year has made all of his free throws perfect from the line. We're good to see that continue.
Good indeed. Second as well, remains perfect.
I had mentioned the
Nice
turnovers.
inside position. Wow. Well, that's
Strong
Alika
move.
Matson. 6'8", 240-pounder. He's only averaging 2 points or under 2 points a game. 32 there, just bull his way right in. And there's a foul, and that is the second on Khalil Erickson, the former EC star. Expected to return to run DMV this year, instead ended up on Elite.
Yeah, he had a bit of a wild ride this offseason. Like you mentioned, he was ready to return to the team, and then he wanted to go somewhere else and ended up going to the yacht club. And then they had a recruiting violation, so he ended up getting released, cut from the team.
Yeah.
And now he's with the Ill-a-delphia Elite, closer to home.
Shot clock winding down. 3 on the way.
Oh, man.
AJ Frost. Talented wing. Only averaging about 11 minutes and 3 points per game this season, but he has potential, the 16-year-old Frost.
Sure does, and he's playing really well here. Both him and Nas Hall, for that matter, as well.
Yeah, Nas Hall. 2 threes in that first quarter. Nice drive, but the shot won't go. A little too hard there. Oh, nice pass by Pinkard, but it's tossed right back outside. I'm a little bit surprised that Nick Hugo gave up that position there, and instead, tough shot, Kamarian Bracken, and it doesn't go in.
Yeah, the reason why he gave that up was because the pass came a little later than it was intended to, and I would have liked it to see it anyway. But that just comes with time. You gotta notice it earlier. Pinkard didn't notice him fast enough, which ended up being the poor shot. The result with the easy look.
Ooh. Tough pass from Matson. Matson comes up with the rebound on that. He sets back up. Frost tries to work off of a screen, gives it up to the corner. 3 on the way. Won't go, but another offensive rebound.
Man.
And this time, Alika Matson throws that thing down.
Look, right place at the right time.
15-point DMV lead is now cut to 12, thanks to Kamarian Bracken.
It's a
Outside
start.
shooter, but that's only his second made 3 of the year, shooting just 20% from deep. Ill-a-delphia on a nice run here, but they're going to call a timeout. We're going to take a quick break too. 5:01 remaining in the second quarter when we return.
I'm on, I be flossing, no need to brag, let my rims do the talking. I'm walking straight south talking, to be a true baller, nigga, it be costing. Riding sideways, candy dripping wet, remixed it. Now we in our private jet, with the candy wet, and we gon' sit it sideways. Third coast, baby, we was born to parlay. Riding sideways,
candy dripping wet, remixed it. Now we in our private jet with the candy wet, and we gon' get it sideways. Third coast, baby, we was born to parlay.
See me and GMC, the XL Yukon, riding Houston, Roadhog getting over 2 tons across the pavement. I'm tinted up with 4 ladies. Them cups stood up, they finna raid me. It's gravy from state to state. We be on a paper chase. Just riding sideways, it's one of my favorite ways to drip candy, so them haters can't stand me around the brandy, cause I'm rolling with my family. CT collab low with the chain dangler. Player partners be holding with the skyscraper. Take off all haters when we in the navigator and step out like Snoop Dogg and some alligators with a 2-piece of money, and I'm trying to get rich. You in the red zone now, don't fumble it. You better be aware who you rumble with. It's your boy CT going hit for hit.
Riding sideways, candy dripping wet, remixed it. Now we in our private jet with the candy wet, and we gon' sit it sideways. Third coast, baby, we was born to parlay. Riding sideways, candy dripping wet, remixed it. Now we in our private jet with the candy wet, and we gon' sit it sideways. Third coast, baby, we was born to parlay.
Sit 'em sideways ride, I'm gliding, I'm high on life. It's my time in line, and not a nigga shining bright. Fuck a 9 to 5, I just recline on the mind. If you rewind, you find there's no denying I'm tight. Just give me the line. Like Sean Paul and I'll be straight. You see me leaning so hard, it's like I need a V8. I needed a break from toting the hammer. Last week I did a show in the front row of the Copacabana. My lyrics will give a nigga hope in the slammer. Since I'm all about my dough, you ain't gon' blow out my candle. Hope you can handle.
Got a little more than 5 minutes left in this one. Philly, 0-3, come out look determined to get their first win of the night. Can't say that Run DMV and Coach Myron Murray aren't any more desperate, really. They are 1-2. They got a win, which was a notable 11-point defeat of Gotham 5. Didn't look great in their opener against Atlantis. Beaten in their most recent game, they too need a little bit of a spark to revive the hopes they have for their season here, even though it's just young.
Oh yeah, we're just entering the 4th week here of SimWorld play, according to scheduling purposes and everything like that. So, season is still very young, but man, this Ill-a-delphia team looks completely different from the last 3 games. And if I am a fan, parent, or even a player of Ill-a-delphia, I'm extremely happy with the start of this game. Just have to keep it the rest of the way.
Wow. Arian Kingy Cross copying a page out of his older brother's playbook.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Tough looking shot, but he nailed it. Lead back to 14. Tyjon Armani. Oh, okay. Rattles that one home. DMV's going to probably need a lot more Tyjon to get back in this one. Only hearing he and Kamarian Bracken scored double digits.
Yeah, they'll need a lot
doing that
more
coming
of
off the
them.
bench.
And I'm also hoping to see a little more from Nick Hugo, because he had the one game where he did really good. That was again in the win against Gotham. He looked phenomenal in that game. And I want to see more of that Nick Hugo.
Hugo a force inside, despite just being 6'7". 6 rebounds and almost 2.5 blocks a game. And there's a block shot for Philly. Charles Pinkard, the 60th rated recruit among the 17-year-olds. Quiet night for him so far. Like the only notable thing he's now done is have a 3-point shot blocked out into the stands.
Yeah, he's definitely having a rough start of the game. And really, I think, honestly, despite the score, I think Run DMV overall is having a rough start to the game in general. And I think that has a lot to do with this defense that Ill-a-delphia is playing. And there's another steal.
And another turnover. Oh, DMV does get it back on this occasion, but they have been sloppy with the handle.
Ill-a-delphia has 2 players in the top category for steals per game. Olin Mock and Quan Singleton. Mock at 2.7 steals per game. Singleton at 2.3 steals per game. You know, and again, they're coming into the game forcing 9 turnovers a game. So this team is really good at forcing turnovers and making them hurt when it happens.
Nas Hall has found his range from deep. Again, I think that's his 3rd now. 3 for 3 from beyond three-point arc for Hall. And again, he came into this game shooting 11% from deep. Everything working pretty well for Philly tonight.
Yeah, when you're
Another
hot,
three up on the way. This one won't go, but collects his own rebound and puts it back up and in.
and that is exactly why you follow your shot, kids.
Darian Kingy Cross. Lead is back to 15 now with 2.5 to go. First half.
I was gonna say I'm surprised to see they're not gonna use more of their size if they have it in the advantage right now, but haven't really had success. Tried to force it there. The Hudgens are like to force it inside. It did not work.
Well, you mentioned the athleticism of Philly at the top of the broadcast, and I think it's helping them get some cleaner looks here. There's another one. Nas Hall. 17-point lead is the biggest of the game. Really looking not only to win this thing, get a W, but get a blowout on their resume.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get one of those, especially against a team that many would consider a rival in some respects in terms of being proximity, division opponent, all of that. Definitely want to get a win against one of these teams.
Foul on the drive. It's going to go against Tyjon Armani. Coach Drees liking what he's seeing from his team out there. Demonstrative.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's a good word.
Coach Drees himself was a player, B-Ron. He played at Temple and also played overseas professionally for a little bit, so he knows the game. And boy, by the results he's gotten here, at least in early returns from Philly, showing up at the SimWorld level for sure.
Yeah, it seems like he knows exactly what he's doing. Making an impact immediately.
The second free throw won't go. A little bit of a break there for DMV. Not much time to try to get back in this. I don't even think they could realistically cut this to 10 by the break.
I mean, there's potential to do so, but I think it starts, for me anyway, it always has on the defensive end, and I think the big reason they got out to this lead to begin with was because of the lack of movement on defense, especially on pick and rolls. Nobody's communicating on pick and rolls. They're having a hard time doing it anyway. They're setting Ill-a-delphia doing a good job of setting screens off and on the ball, leading to wide open looks from Ill-a-delphia. Some are falling, some are not, but and they got to take care of basketball too.
Yeah, well, there was another turnover, caught another break, and it didn't turn into points. Armani feeds Trey Trust, who couldn't get that one to go. Trust has looked decent tonight, but couldn't get that shot down. Nice pass there to find an open teammate underneath, but good defensive recovery. Lolaire on Leopard there with the ball, gives it up, top of the key, 3, and it's good.
They've been getting those kinds of looks all first half, and it's a good thing to continue happening. But for Run DMV, like they've got to figure out a way to stop those kinds of looks from happening in the second half.
And that's the second.
Tyjon Armani's 3 at the buzzer won't go. It is a 17-point Philly advantage. They have held Run DMV to 13 per quarter, forcing turnovers, getting steals, blocking shots. They really are doing it on both ends, scoring and playing good defense. Big hill to climb here for Coach Myron Murray and Run DMV in the second half. I want to remind everybody, in the break between this game, we are going to be running the post up. We've still got plenty of action to come here in this one. And there you see some of Philly attacking, getting clean looks, making buckets. Whole new team to the one you might have seen earlier in SimWorld play.
Very good to begin the
Halftime
game.
stats tell the tale. 60% field goal shooting, just 44 for DMV. It's a big hill to climb. Come back, brief break, and we're going to see if Run DMV can get back in this thing at home. All right, let's get the second half underway, folks. Big opening 16 minutes for Philly. And folks, Philly's Nas Hall, 6'3", 200-pound, 17-year-old. He came into this game, he had attempted 9 threes, made 1. 4 for 4 tonight, 5 for 5 overall. 15 points for him, lead all scorers, but there's an easy bucket to start things for Trey Trust, and maybe that's what they need, B-Ron, to get Run DMV back in this game.
They need to do a lot more of that. Yes, get your easy looks, and they have to fall because that's what Ill-a-delphia did in the first half. All their easy looks pretty much fell, and like you mentioned, Nas Hall doing his best Ireland early impression because we saw the game last night. Early was perfect on his shooting, and Hall so far in this game perfect on his. It's a good night for Ill-a-delphia, but Run DMV, they have to pick up the pace and be efficient with their shooting overall. And on defense, they have to force more turnovers and make them hurt.
Well, Mott gets loose underneath, and he puts it up and in. 20-point lead now for Ill-a-delphia. John Armani swings it. He was open, but really deep. Thought better of shooting right there. Instead, he's going to drive, get an open look, and flip it up and in.
Man, when you start that far back, you don't expect to have a open lane to the basket like that. But when you're as fast as Armani is, it doesn't matter.
More than Mock. Tried to get inside Armani there, couldn't do it. Shot clock winding down. He's going to have to take a tough jumper, and he nails it. It really has been that kind of a night for Philly. You know what, B-Ron? We can give all the credit to the world to Dries Williams and these kids, and we probably should, but sometimes it's just your night. Shots go in.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes it's just your night, and like I said earlier, when you're hot, you're hot, and the coaching staff change has definitely helped work in their favor. Coach Dries Williams came in and he met with all the players individually, told them what he wanted to see out of them, set expectations accordingly, and everything is looking much better. They look like a completely different team. I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, but they look like a much different team. And I think overall, for me, from what I'm seeing anyway, for me, it's just a matter of everything working, and they look more confident in everything that they do, even on defense, which was their calling card to begin with.
Armani shook free for a relatively rare look at the basket and sunk a 3 right there. Cuts this lead down a little bit, but still a long way to go for a somewhat shell-shocked Run DMV. And their fans fairly quiet here too. This was not what they were expecting when 0-3 Philly came visiting tonight.
No, so you see it as a fan, you see it on the schedule, and you go, "Oh, this is an easy win. This is a cupcake team. We're gonna get the W." But that's not how this works, man. They gotta play the game first. And Ill-a-delphia playing tonight.
Oh, Hudgens just couldn't get that shot to fall. Disappointed he couldn't get that to drop. He will go to the line. 6'10", 16-year-old. Lots of youth on both these teams. The future should be bright for both Philly and DMV down the line. John Hudgens, one of their talented 16-year-olds. Nick Hugo, also 16, looking to form a really nice post tandem in the future.
Yeah, Nick
Jean
Hugo,
Armani, 16 as well, and Trey Trust, who's been lighting it up tonight. So,
and Malik Duffin.
And Malik Duffin as well, 6'9", big man. It's 1 to go, cuts the lead to 18.
It's going to be extremely difficult for them to cut into this 16 or 18 point deficit. 20 points now?
Back up to 20 with that BKC layup. For Philly, buckets are just coming too easy. Nobody even remotely contested that shot there by King Cross as he came off the screen.
It's been one of those nights for DMV where it's been a poor defensive effort, and we saw one of their more recent games as well. The lack of urgency in helping out when your man gets beat is what's one of the reasons as to why this lead is the way it is. And again, just a hot offensive night for their opponents as well.
Alika Matson gets free inside, gets another good look, another tough look for DMV, and this time it won't go through for Bracken. We got a sideline report. Going to bring in my producer, Roniel. Roniel, what do you have to report to the people?
So I had a moment where I was able to talk to Coach Dries for just a second, and he told me, hey, we're seeing this hot shooting tonight, but honestly, this team has always been this good, and they've always been able to shoot. They just had a rough start to the season, so I'm going to take him at his word. I don't know if they can remain this hot, but maybe Coach Dries was on to something.
Definitely has them playing much better, that's for sure. Coach Tafari Morrison, who started the season in charge of Philly, still with the team in an assistant capacity, but obviously Coach Williams, his own ideas about lineup, rotation, minutes, sets, and so far you can't argue with the results. 20-point advantage over Run DMV, and they're also doing this on the road, folks. Let's not
absolutely
forget that fact as well.
Right, and now you expect when they have their first home game under Coach Williams that arena is going to be rocking, because especially after a game like this, everything comes together. This is going to be one of those things that gets all of you in good spirits, including the fan base as well.
Defense here on that sequence from Philly.
Reaching foul.
Turns into a foul on this end. John Hudgens, just his first.
Yeah, the defense has been very good tonight. I think it's been exceptionally good, as a matter of fact. You know, they look to be sticking to their man very well, and they're all doing a good job of rotating and helping out each other when things go wrong. And it's just, you know, they're in the right place at the right time on defense overall.
Wow.
Erickson.
Right place, right time continues to roll. That is Khalil Erickson hitting that one. And Bracken trying to bring DMV back into it. He almost. Oh, I thought that was going to be a three-point play. Instead, that foul is on Nick Hugo of DMV. And what could have been a three-point play, this could be a 5 or 6 point swing with that call.
Yeah, that's unfortunate given the circumstances, we'll put it that way. Oh my goodness.
Well, what a play. What a great play there. I mean, Juan Singleton deserves some credit for the spectacular finish. What a fantastic pass. Great job by Coach Williams of drawing that up. Drew DMV's defense right into where they wanted him right there. Oh, Bracken gets to that same spot again. He likes it right there.
Might have found him a hot zone on the court, yeah?
Erickson drives. Oh, right off the back of the rim, however.
Now, he may have missed that, but he had a layup or a dunk, and he passed it up with a jump shot.
Yep. There, I thought Tyrell McDaniel also had a nice look. Instead, he gives it up, but Kamarian Bracken has pretty much been the Run DMV offense here in the third quarter.
Yeah, he's caught a little bit of fire in this third quarter. It's helped a bit, but it's not enough.
Without stops on this end, B-Ron.
It doesn't matter, exactly.
Well, Philly had two good chances to score last two possessions, came away empty. Enabling DMV to chip a little bit into this lead, coming up on 30 seconds to play, third quarter.
And with, the 8-minute quarters, it's, oh my goodness.
I know. The explosive Quan Singleton. Expect to see him at a dunk contest near you soon, folks.
I was just going to say how tough it is when you're down big like this with the 8-minute quarters we play here in Similar Hoops. it's even harder to get back into a game when you're only playing 8-minute quarters like this.
Well, respect to Kamari and Bracken for trying. It is still a 17-point advantage for Philly as they're going to get the last shot here off, and Quan can't put it in. Second chance. Oh, nope. Tried to flip it up there, but was too deep. Couldn't get it to go, but Philly, Coach Drees Williams, happy with what they're seeing through 3 quarters. They are putting it on Run DMV. They're in Bethesda, Maryland. Come back. 4th quarter yet to come. Philly with a nice lead, looking to protect it here over the final 8 minutes. B-Run, they're shooting a hot 62% from the field, but they shoot even better from deep tonight. 67, 8 of 12 from the 3-point line.
In high school,
Impressive.
too, that is absolutely amazing. The other story here is Nas Hall. Perfect from the field. You know, we mentioned him coming off the bench previously, moved to the starting lineup and playing as well as he has. What, 19 points? Entering the quarter, it's an amazing night for Nas Hall, and again for Ill-a-delphia all around. 4 of their 5 starters are in double figures for points. Total
Take
team
a break.
effort.
Take a break.
Both sides of the
2
ball.
shots.
It's been a great night for Ill-a-delphia, and they're truly looking elite for the first time this season.
Now called down on this end, and John Hudgens laces through his first free throw. I want to remind everybody we do have a doubleheader tonight on SimWorld TV following this one and following the post-up, which is going to happen after this game. Indy Stripes and Lakeshore Drive. Indy Stripes also 0-3. B-Ron, we might see 2 previously winless teams win tonight if Philly holds on here and Indy comes to play.
Yeah, we absolutely could see it. I think that this would be a good matchup for Indy to get their first win of the season. I'm not saying they will right now, but it's a good matchup for it to happen.
Unimpeded route to the bucket. Nas Hall still hasn't missed tonight.
I'll tell you what, it's tough to miss when all of your shots have been either open layups like that or a semi-open jumper.
Step back from Brandon Smith, one of the few veterans. this game. Quan Singleton, also a SimWorld veteran in his second year. There finally was a little bit of help defense, but a second chance. Philly comes up with the ball.
Yeah, but
Shot clock winding down. Corner three is up, and it is good. That is Lolaire on Leopard, and that is his first three-pointer of the season. 20 is the margin again as we come up on the 6-minute mark on this one.
it's been a rough
Sets
game.
it up. It's really about at the point where you got to start thinking about being pretty quick on offense, I think.
Right,
Corner
yeah.
three rattles out.
Get the best shot you can in, 5-10 seconds while the shot clock.
Yeah.
And get back on defense or try to get a second chance opportunity. How much time to run sets when you're down 20 points?
That was a good look there, but Oz Hall missed a shot, folks.
He is human after all.
The jumper from John Hudgens, the big man, showing off mid-range skills. Cuts the lead back down to 18.
I've said it before throughout this game, but again, I'm really loving all of the movement that I'm seeing from Ill-a-delphia. It's constant movement, and that's gonna be trouble for an opposing defense when everybody is just moving at all times. There's not a lot of standing around, a lot of isolation, like we saw previously with them. Darian King cross top of the key, isolation. That's not his game. His brother was really good at it, but I don't think that's his game at all. And that's okay. But in general, this team, a lot of isolation was not a thing we saw a whole lot of tonight. It was the opposite. A lot of movement for everybody in general. That's been the biggest thing that I've seen. On offense, anyway, for Ill-a-delphia.
Oz Hall has it, looks to add to his total, makes his defender fall down. Oz is going to want to add that possession to his personal highlight tape, I'm pretty sure.
Might have been a flop, but I think that's going on a highlight all the same.
More good defense from Philly. Monty has his shot blocked. Monty's pull-up won't go. He's way off. The lead up to 22. We're under halfway through. We got a little more than halfway through this quarter. Oh, couldn't hit that and couldn't quite come up with his own rebound. And another block. More outstanding defense from Philly. They're putting on a show, and for DMV, this is 2 straight really bad losses.
Yeah, it's very surprising to see them lose. One game like that is bad, but have it in spurts. And, sure, 2 is also not good, but having 2 losses in a row to be this lopsided is just,
Start it.
Ill-a-delphia.
Timeout called by Philly. Layup by Armani cuts the lead back down to 20, but with 3:08 to play, it's going to take a miracle. Get the DC team back in this one. We're going to take a quick break, too. We have more than 3 minutes to finish this one up when we return to the Run and Gun Sports Complex.
Ladies, we ask your forgiveness. Please forgive our immaturity, our outbursts of tacky compliments. Forgive our browser history. Forgive our hormones taking control of us. Forgive us for thinking an open shirt is the ultimate weapon of appeal. Forgive us for opening our beers like primates. Forgive for taking a no as a yes. For insisting on playing a guitar that doesn't exist. And please forgive us for never washing our hands. Ever! Schneider, the beer with the exact maturity for the man who's in the process.
Coming to the end of this timeout, coming to the end of this game. I want to remind everybody again that when this does end, after a very short break, we will be back live with the post-up. Tonight it's going to be me joining the one and only Maestro for a little bit of post-up chat, and then after we're done, one more quick break, and then it's off to Southside, Indianapolis, Indy Stripes versus Lake Shore. But back to this one, we got to pick players of the game, B-Ron. You just saw that flesh up there. For me, I got to give it to Nas Hall. He has been the straw that stirred the drink for Philly tonight.
Absolutely, and there's no question it's Nas Hall. No question it's Nas Hall. His performance in this game, given everything that's gone on prior to this game for him in the season and for the team overall, he, like you said, key factor for this game. Without him having the game he had tonight, I don't think Ill-a-delphia has the performance that they do.
Ray Trust able to hit a three on the other end, and he has looked pretty good shooting the ball tonight. Hall couldn't get that one to fall.
It's only his third miss of the game, I believe, so I don't think he's
Yeah, I
too
believe you're
concerned
right.
about it. Oh my goodness.
Another loose ball. This time it's Orland Mott comes up with it, but good defense then on that end by Hudgens. Saves some blushes at least for Run DMV, even if it's not likely to change the final result.
No, but you know what? You that's the stuff you want to see, though. Those are the effort plays. Because in a game like this, you know, he could have easily said, "Oh, he got the steal. I'm gonna let him go score and get, you know, inbound the ball." But decided not to, hustling through to get the block and give it to another chance. That is also important to see in games like this. Nothing's going your way, so you got to keep playing.
Really content to run some clock down. It's in Marcus Lofton's hands, and that's not what you want him doing, ideally.
No, absolutely not. I don't want him taking those kind of jumpers at all.
Second chance for DMV on this possession. Still a 15-point margin. Tough shot, Tyjon Armani, but he gets it to go. DMV. Ray Trust been hitting some shots. Tyjon Armani clearly skilled. They're both 16. As mentioned earlier, there is a lot of young talent on this squad, but particularly on defense, they have not got it done tonight. There is another three-point shot nailed by Philly.
Oh, man.
That was a strong play there from Malik Duffin.
Yep.
Duffin hasn't done much tonight, but couldn't quite score there, but to even lay it up on the rim like that. Oh, I'm sorry. Apologies. That's Trey Truss going to go to the line. I thought that was Duffin down there.
You know, Trust and Armani, they both have looked good, you know, scoring-wise in the game, and those are two of the players that you want to have the success they've had scoring-wise. It's just that unfortunately overall tonight for Ill-a-delphia, everything came together for them. You know, you can blame it on the energy around Coach Williams coming in or whatever it is you want to say, but I think overall it was a great from top to bottom, from defense to offense, from coach's staff to the equipment guy. You know, it's been a great game for Ill-a-delphia.
Well, Philly is going to go to 1-3 on the season, but Coach Williams undefeated, 1-0 in
Yes,
SimWorld
sir.
play.
We love to
There's
see
another
it.
nice bucket from Alika Matson from start to finish. Philly has just played solid basketball tonight, and they're going to come away comfortable winners here. And DMV, they're also going to be 1-3 after this, and questions being asked. That nice win over Gotham, but just haven't looked right, really, in any other game. Last two heavy defeats, including this one, and tough loss to Atlantis to begin the season. Back to the drawing board for Coach Myron Murray. It's a 16-point defeat at home here tonight. Ill-a-delphia is in the win column. 1-3, but it feels so good. They win 79-63. Want to remind everybody again, we've got the post-up coming up after this, so don't go anywhere. Go get a drink, but don't go away for more than a couple minutes. We're coming right back. And then following that, you're going to get me and B-Ron again. We're going to be in Indianapolis. Indy Stripes also looking to get their first win of the season. They're going to host Lakeshore Drive. Folks, thanks for joining us. And stick around. Post Up coming up next.
Ladies, we ask your forgiveness. Please forgive our immaturity, our outbursts of tacky compliments. Forgive our browser history. Forgive our hormones taking control of us. Forgive us for thinking an open shirt is the ultimate weapon of appeal. Forgive us for opening our beers like dry leaks. Forgive for taking a no as a yes. For insisting on playing a guitar that doesn't exist. Please forgive us for never washing our hands. Ever. Schneider, the beer with the exact maturity of the man who's in the process.
All right, everybody.
And welcome this afternoon. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Elava. Didn't mean
No,
to step
take it,
on you.
Maestro.
There we go. Welcome this evening. Welcome to the Post Up. Tonight, we're gonna have peanut butter and Chardonnay. I'm Maestro. I'm peanut butter, joined by Chardonnay, or I call him the Professor. You just heard him calling the game tonight, Mr. Elava, the voice. How you doing tonight, Elava?
Oh, well, when you pay me compliments and give me good names like that, I'm great. We can do that all night
Yeah,
long.
all
We can
right
make
now.
this whole post up just talking, saying nice things about me. I'm cool with it.
That's I'm fine with that. Look, dude, I even dressed up for you. So,
Oh,
man, what
nice.
a game! What a game! Look, Philadelphia got that first win.
Yeah. I mean,
So Elava, I got to ask you: was this win
mhm.
about Philadelphia, or was this win about DMV?
Ooh. Well, I'm going to give you the Obama answer and say that's a false choice because the answer is both. The answer is both. Look, Philly, I love what Drees Williams has done. I mean, really shook things up, and that's what you got to do when you're 0-3. And it wasn't like, you lost on 3 buzzer beaters. Even their close game with Atlantis, it didn't look that good. So I love what they did tonight. There's always been talent on this team. Darian Kingy Cross definitely can play. Orland Mock, I definitely like him. But Nas Hall was the story tonight. I said it during the broadcast. 3 previous games, Nas Hall had come out, attempted 9 3-point shots, made one of them. Whatever Drees added to their Gatorade, it worked because he just came out and shot lights, nailing 3 after 3, leading scorer. I love what he's doing. And here's the other side. Run DMV. Ugh. I've caught a couple of their games this season, and they just haven't looked that good to me. I wasn't behind the mic when they beat Gotham, and that has to be, that has to be the rope
Yeah,
you're holding on to, right? Like that's the thread that you're holding on to is that Gotham game because outside of
100%,
those 32
100%.
minutes, I'm worried about Run DMV. I think Coach Myron Murray has a problem on his hands. The defense tonight just looked bad. I mean, Philly played good, but it was a layup line. It was, they were just getting to the rack. I could have scored half those coming off some of those screens.
There you
So
go.
I think it's both. I don't know. Do you see it as one way or the other, either Philly or a Philly thing or a DC thing? What happened tonight?
I tell you what, this is what I saw tonight. I saw really good passing from the Ill. I saw them getting the ball up and down. I mean, really good passing. And I saw with just a few exceptions, effective use of the spacing on the floor. Yes, they were making everything. I get that. I get that. I get that. If you're going to make everything, everybody looks good, everybody sounds good, and looks like a drubbing. But the fact that the ball movement, the handling, the quick transition off the rebounds, what they were getting through. Also, by the way, the defense that they played through and through and through. Even when the
Yeah.
game was in hand, they continued to play defense, and that's something you want to see. I'm going to say something, man. You know, DMV's win against Gotham got everybody's attention, just like you said, E. And when they got everybody's attention, what appeared to me was it seemed as though there was a narrative that got put on that win. Whoa,
Mm-hmm.
this team has made a statement. This is where they are. This is what they're doing. The problem is punctuation never got put on that statement, and now that punctuation seems like it was a question mark. It seems like, great win, blink, and then next thing you know, you're looking up
Yeah.
at, and okay, the last loss for Run DMV equally as ugly,
Yeah.
right?
That's right.
So, so here you have, if you lose ugly, and you lose ugly when someone plays strong, you're still losing, but it says something about there's something missing. So I think I'm with you. I think it was a little bit of both, but I think it looked like Ill finally got their game together. Ill finally got. I'm calling them the Ill because they made Run DMV ill tonight. It just seems as though they finally put it together in the right spot, in the right way, at the right time, at the right moment, and all that work finally came through. Defense was still there. You know me, I'm all about that D, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it was good to see that happen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I'll pull you on a thought here, and I kind of do a flashback. I'm gonna do a flashback back into tonight here. About last night, we had two undefeated teams going at each other: H Town
Mm-hmm.
Hoopers, SimWorld South America. And a lot of the noise about that game today was it was an upset. Now,
Mm-hmm.
when the Blazer and I talked about it, You know, he's going now. He's a Houston boy. He H-Town boy. He gonna ride or die with his boys. But I
Yep.
kept saying to myself, there's a reason South America is winning the way they're winning. What did you see? What did you take away from that game? What do you think really happened in that premier matchup last night?
I mean, I think in the big picture, if you want to talk like the highest level, I think it really is. And I'm not giving you an X's and O's answer. I'm almost giving you a more philosophical answer. Maybe it fits with my professor profile.
Well, that's what you do, Chardonnay. That's what you do, Chardonnay.
But I think what it shows and says is two things. And one is, if there was any question about it, I think the SimWorld Global teams are coming to play, and every night they can play with, and they can beat anybody. In the first year of SimWorld last year, there was a lot of thought that the American-based teams were just, a definite step ahead of the international teams, and for the most part, the play on the court reflected that. But you could kind of see it changing, and this year, I just think, there's no circumstance out there in which I would say that South America or Oceania or anybody else out there can't play with the best American teams every night. I think that you're just seeing that talent level kind of hit across the stream there. And then the other thing it says, and even what, we saw tonight with a previously winless team playing great, getting a blowout victory, is that, there's just a lot of parity in general between teams, regardless of where they're based. So, I think we're going to see more things like Gotham and Bay Area taking surprising losses that, are going to surprise us. And maybe they just shouldn't, because maybe, hey, we're in the middle of the NCAA tournament right now, right? You got Princeton in the Sweet 16. So why not Atlantis, making a run for best team in SimWorld? Why
Absolutely.
not?
A quick question. Last time Princeton made the Final Four, who did they lose to?
Ooh, man.
Yeah, I know.
Last time Princeton made the Final Four, I
know that wasn't fair. That wasn't fair. I know.
It's going to be back in like the 50s or 40s, right? So I'm going to say like City College in New York.
Oh, so close. They lost to Magic Johnson.
Oh, really? Michigan State.
Yes, they
Really?
lost to Michigan State. Yeah, that was one of those moments that kind of well, we won't take it there, but the idea with the Ivy Leagues, what they were able to do, Princeton, and that Princeton motion offense became a big thing across college basketball around that same time. But then once they faced up with Magic, it's what it was. Of course, that was the final. Michigan State against Magic versus Larry in the finals.
Indiana
people,
State. That's right.
People interviewing the wrong person because everybody thought Larry Bird was black, which the jury still out on that.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Man. So which I'm telling the jury's still out on that. But I'm just gonna say it's what it is. But yeah, so but you're absolutely right. And so talking about what happened. Talking about what happened with that last night. Look at what happened across the board with the other teams, trying to pick up a win, trying to get their act together, trying to come back. We're seeing some divisions are getting wider and wider between, the leader and the people in the basement, even though I kind of like the basement, but in this case, it's not a good thing. So, the season can get away fast. The season can get away fast. So,
or you can turn it around in your favor quickly, and maybe that's what Philly did in the first game tonight.
Okay, well there you go. So now so now Chardonnay, I'm gonna hit you with something. Okay, the next game coming up, we got Indy Stripes. They're at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You think they're gonna be pull something out because being 0-4 while the leader in your division in that particular case, the Rocky Mountain Monsters or Monstars are 4-0. You don't want to drop to 0-4.
That's an early hole you don't want. And you know what? My broadcast colleague B-Ron said this as we were talking about it, close of the first game, that Lakeshore Drive looks like a good matchup for Indy Stripes. And I think he's right about that. I'm interested to see Indy's Benari James and Norman Nations square off. Nations is a scorer, just like Benari is, but I don't think he's going to be able to contain Benari. Indy has some talent on this lineup. I mean, Reza Red, big kid, super talented. Jay Luce from the Philippines, also. He can definitely play. I actually do think, and I'll go ahead and predict now. Yes, this is gonna be Winter Wednesday. Let's call it that, because two previously winless teams, Indy and Philly, gonna come home with victories tonight. That is my Iran Stradamus prediction
Oh,
for tonight.
Iran Stradamus. Oh, I
I'm gonna have
love
to pay B-Ron
it.
royalties now, but that's all right.
I love it. I love it. No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. You know what? Just a quick note going back to the Sim Hoop South America. They had a dirty dirty that I always give credit to my dirty dirties for them like winning a big game. Mike House, 17
Yeah.
points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, 1 steal. He filled up the stat sheet. And
Yep. And
one
hey,
day, yeah, go ahead, hit me, hit me.
I was gonna say it, and I just wanted to note that not don't miss out on the fact too that is an American from Texas doing it to H Town, who didn't look at him, didn't want
Mm.
him.
Isn't it ironic? Hold me my guitar.
Oh yeah.
Don't you think? A little too ironic. Yeah, I really do stink. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
so I'm sorry. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. There you go. I love how you do what you do. So here we go. Our final segment. Elava had a great idea. So we're going to go with what Chardonnay threw out there for us.
Oh
We
my.
call it the turnaround. That means handcuffs are involved, but not the way you think. So, hey now, slow down. Slow down. So, Elava,
Yes,
set us
sir.
up. What are you thinking about with the turnaround and what you're thinking about with sometimes handcuffs gets involved?
Well, I got
Here's your listener.
inspired to think about this because I like to be topical, and there's an ex-president who may get arrested this week or sometime in the near future. So made me think back to, well, first of all, like my dad always told me, he's like, son, sooner or later, everybody ends up in jail. And that did end up true for me. I have spent one night in college, but actually, I will save that story for another time, and I will tell another police-related story, which is my personal favorite, which is Maestro. I lived for a couple years over in London. And when I was over there, I got into soccer. I actually got a season ticket for Chelsea, one of the big London teams, and
Nice.
I lived right by the stadium too, so it was great. I mean,
So cool.
you don't have to deal with parking. Literally, I could walk 5 minutes. I'd be at the stadium. It's great. One night, there's a big game, Chelsea versus Liverpool, and the game
Mm.
ends. I don't even remember the score. I just remember it was a big game. And okay, maybe I had a drink or two at the game. I wander out of the stadium and I go to get some fish and chips because I'm hungry. And I'm going to walk back to my house with my fish and chips. And as is usually the case after a big soccer match, sporting match of any kind, there's people and action and activity going anywhere. And I've kind of got my head in the clouds. I'm not really paying attention to anything until suddenly I realize, wait a minute, where's all the noise and all the people? How come I'm like alone? How come I got like a wall of like space around me 20 feet in every direction? And I kind of get my bearings. And I realize that on one side of me, there's about 1,000 screaming Chelsea fans being held back by cops. And on the other side of me, there's about 1,000 screaming Liverpool fans being held back by cops.
Oh,
And
you didn't get
somehow
the
I've just
memo.
literally wandered into the
Into the
no
neutral
man's land
zone.
between them. Now, British police don't carry firearms or anything like that, but what they do
No.
carry are truncheons, nice big
Yep.
nightstick, come up
Mm-hmm.
and wallop you. And this
Mm-hmm.
British Bobby, and he's got that goofy hat on and everything, sees me in the middle of no man's land, and to him, I'm just another, soccer ruffian out here looking for trouble. He looks at me and he reaches down for his truncheon in his belt and he starts to walk like, fast in my direction. And I did some quick thinking. I was proud of my quick thinking on this occasion. And I said to myself, Eric, let this man know you're an American and everything will be okay. So the cop comes up to me and I say to him, and in as an American voice as I can put on, hey, buddy, I don't think I belong here. Which froze him in his tracks. And he looks at me for like one beat, two beat. And then he goes, and I'll try to do my British accent here. Yeah, mate, you don't belong here at all. Let's get you out of here.
Nice.
And walked me
Nice.
out of there. So that wasn't the night I actually ended up in the pokey myself, but it was an amusing little police encounter that I thought I'd share. Now, Maestro, do you have a
Yes,
similar
sir.
tale of police, funny,
Well, I tell you
interesting,
what, I'm
horrific?
gonna
Who
flip.
knows?
I'm gonna flip the script of the first time that I had to see the inside of bars because it had to do. because they had to do with me still in the helicopter. I'm gonna tell you another story when I was on the other side of the police line when I was a cop. So working as a cop, rookie cop, you get the whole alarm goes on the radio, silent alarm at a bank. All forces head in. We're all heading in, driving there. Lights and sirens. We're trying to get there. Description comes out about the person, a very dark-skinned person wearing a wife beater with a long blonde wig and big dark black glasses. So I'm driving and I look up and I see this dude fit in that description, also carrying a bank bag, walking down the street. I turn back around. I pull up in front of him. I get out. I said, "Hey man, what's up?" He goes, "Yo, dude, what's going down?" I says, "Yeah, man. I got this quick question. Were you just at the Wells Fargo Bank?" "No, dude. I just came from work." So I'm looking at the white wig in his hand. He's still wearing the glasses, white beater, and the bank bag. And I said, "Oh, okay. Where you work?" "Oh, I work at the Dollar Tree." "Oh, cool. You know what? I think they want to. I think they want to talk to you because they said, what's your name again?"
You might have
Gives me
seen
his
something.
name. He gives me his name. Yeah, they asked some questions. But I tell you what, I got to stop at the bank first. Can you come hang with me for a second? Yeah, dude. I'm gonna tell you what, no problem. Look, turn around for me. Got the cuffs on him. Just sit in. He said, "Let me guess. This is for my safety, yours." I says, "No, this is for my safety. I don't really care about yours." And I put the stuff in the back of the trunk, take him back to the bank. He said, "Oh, that wasn't me. I don't even know what this bank is. I don't know none of y'all." They pull up the video of him robbing the bank in his outfit, and my man, without skipping a beat, saying, "Yeah, that could be me." And all I could think of was, "Are you saying you did it?" He says, "Dude, you've been so cool. Yeah, it's me. It's me. You got me." Good job. So there you go. And one day I will tell you the story about when I stole the helicopter and it ended up in the pokey, but for a good reason.
Oh yeah.
So
I will tell you my Knighton County Jail story as well. So you got something to look forward to out there, folks. If you catch the post up next time you get Maestro and E-Lava, tales will be told.
just remember, baby. Just remember, peanut butter and Chardonnay. We got a great game coming up for you now with the Indy Stripes in Lakeshore. Remember to check out the rest of our podcast, Blazing Takes, the March Part, and Around the Table with E-Lava and the Fat Man, or I call him my personal fun size buddy. Going to take you back to the game tonight. Appreciate you checking us out, and can't wait to talk to you again soon.
Immaturity, our outbursts of tacky compliments. Forgive our browser history. Forgive our hormones taking control of us. Forgive us for thinking an open shirt is the ultimate weapon of appeal. Forgive us for opening our beers like primates. Forgive for taking a no as a yes. For insisting on playing a guitar that doesn't exist. And please, forgive us for never washing our hands. Ever! Schneider, the beer with the exact maturity of the man who's in the process.
Folks, I told you we'd be back right away, and here we are in the old South Side neighborhood of Indianapolis at the Pit Row Fieldhouse. Home-standing Indy Stripes. They, too, are looking to get their first win of the season, taking on Lakeshore Drive tonight. E-Lava and B-Ron back behind the mic, and we are underway here in Indiana.
Yeah, already saw one team get their first win of the season. That would be the Ill-a-delphia Elite, and now we have Indy looking to get their first win of the season as well.
Lakeshore Drive scores first. Indy wearing their home blue stripe uniforms, and Lakeshore with their whites for this one. Ooh, nice block there.
You know, I'm still very used to conventional sports layouts here with white for home, colors for away. I know it's different in every sport, but you know, not in SimWorld Hoops.
Well, Jay Luce averaging 8 points a game on 57% shooting, but he doesn't draw any iron there on that one. Ooh, 3 rattled in. Short drive opens up a quick 10 or 5-0 lead, excuse me. I'm also just hearing from my producer, Raniel, that Beasts of the East have knocked off Atlantis tonight. Another action around SimWorld while Ari James tries to get inside for a bucket, can't get it going.
And in addition to that, Southeast Select also beat the Queen City Kings.
Norman Nations has it, feeds inside. Kyrie Holtzclaw gives it back up to Nations. Nations leading this team at 15.7 a game, and he gets the bucket there. Lakeshore Drive out to 7-0 early lead.
Norman Nations is one of those players I'm really looking forward to seeing in this game. That's because of the match between him and Benari James. Benari has been the driving force for Indy. Despite all the losses that they've had at the beginning of the season, he's been one of their bright spots. You know, leading the team in points per game, 21.7. Also leads the team in 3-point percentage at 55. May as well say 56% on the season so far for James.
Nice drive inside there from Carvel. Ray Carvel, the veteran. 16th ranked overall among the 17-year-olds. Here's Benari James looking to get on track, get inside, and he lays it up and in with the left hand.
Pretty move there from Benari to get inside and make that one fall.
Nice defense from Indy. See if they can chop into this lead, but that's a foul going to be called on Harper.
Jamal Harper.
Jay Luce trying to attack the basket, but Harper got in the way.
And you know, I mentioned in our previous game, E, that I feel like this is a good matchup for Indy, and I still believe that, even though these two teams do mirror each other in a lot of ways. The athleticism edge may go to Lakeshore Drive, but I still feel like, you know, Indy has a good chance to take this one and get their first win of the season. As you called in the post, it's been winner wins.
That's right.
I like that, by the way. I like that.
I had to credit you. I had to let Maestro know how you saw things.
Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate that. You know, Rick may have tried to retire B. Nostradamus, but it's not gonna happen.
I'm not gonna let that happen.
But it's not gonna happen. You can't retire B. Nostradamus, man.
Norman Nations on the drive, but he can't get the bucket to fall. Chance for Indy to take the lead. Ari James going to work on Nations, gets the clear out, and gets the bucket to fall. Averaging 21.7 points a game. 6'2", 17-year-old guard.
Sells in those isolation moments there. We saw him get another one on the last possession down.
Yeah. Nations and James really going head-to-head here in the early going, and that time, foul called, sends Nations to the line. As I mentioned, leading scorer for this team at 15.7, Norman Nations, but that was actually his first attempted free throw of the year. Ties things up.
I was looking for free throw numbers over here in my note sheet. You found it before I did.
That's right.
Beat me to it, man. But that's why. Yeah,
there's no notes there. There's nothing to say.
It explains a lot, man. I'll tell you. We had a quick quick flight over here on the SimWorld jet, man, and I'm a little jet lagged, I guess.
Well, the big 6'10", 15-year-old Reza Red has entered the game for the Indy Stripes. It's still Benari, focal point of the offense, and he shakes free for an easy layup there.
I think the game plan in this one, if you're Coach Lovelace, is pretty simple because we know that Indy wants to play through Benari. You got to try to slow him down. Make someone else beat you. Make Jay Luss beat you. Make Johan Noah-Jovic beat you. Reza Red, somebody else.
Right now, Reza Red has a mismatch if they would get him the ball down low there. Instead, Noah-Jovic going to step back and get the bucket to fall.
They got a whole new platoon ready to come in the game there.
Yeah. A line change like in hockey getting ready to come in. It's foul. We'll give him an opportunity to. Marcellus Brungo for his first. And you see some of the players coming in. DJ Blaylock, Zagor entering for Lakeshore Drive.
Also D'Angelo Jordan checking in.
It's a new set of big men down low there for Indy. You got Robert McGee and Reza Red patrolling things inside. Ooh. Outside game right now, however, that's Zagor just entered. He drains a three, shooting 43% from beyond the arc this year.
Yeah, he's looking really good there from beyond there this season so far, and he's averaging 14 points per game. That's second on the team, right behind Norman Nations.
Point and blank look right there for Noah-Jovic, but he couldn't score. Lakeshore, tough shot, won't go, but they're going to get a second chance. Up and in, nice effort there. Faith Money, 6'8", 16-year-old. Actually averaging a team high, 6.7 rebounds per game for Lakeshore. Oh, nice move.
Oh, very nice.
Johan Noah-Jovic, also a competitive swimmer. Airfly, backstroke. I'm actually not sure which of the specialties. Maybe he does them all.
We'll have to find out, yeah, maybe. We'll have to find out and see which one he's the best at or when he's more comfortable in doing.
Mitchell Marison Cole.
Mitchell Marison Cole, 6'10", also 16 years old. This is a very young Lakeshore team, only two 17-year-olds on the entire lineup.
Yeah, they'll have a lot of returning players next season, which at this age only mean good things in terms of, having some sort of quote-unquote veteran leadership as a 17-year-old.
Yep.
What all that can bring you anyway.
I think having a season of SimWorld under your belt can only be good. The team's prospects and a player's abilities.
I have to agree with you there. It's like it's not like as you and Marsh said last night. Not like we're talking about a 30-year-old versus a 23-year-old.
Right.
Not that much of a difference, but having the experience of being in SimWorld hoops versus not being in SimWorld hoops previously is an advantage in and of itself, because you know what to expect with the media attention that we bring, trying to get these kids ready for not only the basketball futures but life futures as well.
Zagor drains the jumper. 20 seconds left, opening quarter. Noah-Jovic, who's been really effective and efficient, missed one little point-blank bunny when he got to the rim earlier, but outside of that, and largely having his way, he's going to attack again. Can't get that one to go, however.
Good take, though.
Pretty good look. We won't quite go down there at the buzzer, but Lakeshore still has a 4-point lead into one quarter in Indianapolis. You got second quarter action from the Pit Row Fieldhouse when we return here to SimWorld TV after a short break. Hey, we're back. 4-point advantage for the boys from Chicago on the road tonight. It's down the road, though, Indianapolis. Pretty quick drive.
Yeah, a little buff
Which can't get that shot to go, but Johan has been, clearly he has the green light from Coach Javad Storm of Indy. Leading scorer in this game so far.
Yeah, and I think, that's a good sign, personally, with both him and Benari doing really all the scoring in the first quarter for Indianapolis. Oh!
Wow. Well,
They cut me off.
I don't even know what to say about that. It's just going to work.
Right? That was insane. Oh, no.
Another short jumper there.
Like short drive, I'll take it.
Way short. I think that one even touched the rim, did it? Wow.
No, I'm pretty sure I hear the Lakeshore Drive kids saying airball.
Give it an airball chant.
Walk back.
And that was D'Angelo Jordan took that shot. Did not particularly work out. Oh, nice feed inside there, but no finish. And big Bobby McGee comes up with the rebound. 6'9", 17-year-old banger. Oh, and it turns into 3 down on this end. Sequence for the Stripes. And cut in half.
Oh, answer right back.
Angelo
Yep.
Roman.
Right back. Angelo Roman. Shooter, he actually is a noted transition 3 shooter. That's what he likes to do, but found himself squared up and in space there. Oh, and a nice attack down on this end. That is too easy for Sean Chapman Daly. He's going to get a 3-point play here, 3-point attempt anyway. The free throw only averaging 3.7 a game in early action for the Stripes, but
One shot.
And
made that one
and looked
count.
confident right there.
Yep, absolutely, sure did. I want to go back to the previous basket that was made on the Indy Stripes, and last time they were down here, that was from Kirby Ordway. He should also, I think he should also be getting a little more time. He's the 72nd ranked player in the 17-year-old class, and I feel like he's a very talented player. He was highly sought out. One of the highly sought out recruits that the Indy Stripes landed, so surprised to see him come off the bench for this team, but the minutes got to go somewhere, I guess.
Yep. Oh, nice pass inside, but just couldn't get the finish there from Roman that time. Indy can retake the lead here. Ari James back out there on the court, scored their last bucket. He's going to work again, attacks. Oh, couldn't get the finish that time. He might have been too open.
All the dribble moves though, and you can't make the easy layup.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh.
That time, Lakeshore gets the finish off a pretty interior pass. James just threw that one away there. He was trying to hit Towns Romanowski, but
Lakeshore ball.
Romanowski wasn't expecting it. It was over to Lakeshore.
No, but that's what pressure does for you if you can time it right. And they did exactly that there. Forced Benari James into a tough pass, and unfortunately, it's going to be Lakeshore drive ball and have a chance to make the turnover hurt a little more.
Carvel back in the game for Lakeshore. They've got that Carvel and Nations backcourt back out there, but can't do anything with it this time. Towns Romanowski, 6'9" big man, drives it down the court, and once again, Sean Chapman Daly on the attack. This time he can't get the bucket to fall, but he's going to go back to the line.
Sean Chapman Daly at the line.
I really like the aggressiveness from Chapman Daly there on
Take a
the
break.
other end.
Take a break.
Getting the
2
ball in
shots.
transition and not being afraid to take the wide open play into the basket he had there. Now he's got a chance to make the free throws and get them back into this game a little more. Only down
Could have
3.
cut it to 1, but he misses that first one there.
Yeah, gotta make your free throws.
Got to make your
Especially
free
in a close
ones.
game like this.
Lines up the second. And that's pure.
At least we got one. 1 and 2 ain't bad, but you love to get them both.
That's it. Cuts it to a 2-point game for the Stripes.
Right. Still one possession game either way.
Nice drive there by Nations. 6'3" guard gets to the rim, lays it up and in. Norman and Daly looking to go to work on Vell. Found Benari James in a pretty good position, but James couldn't score underneath there. James has really been trying to attack in the paint so far this game. He is a 56% three-point shooter as well. At least he is coming into this one.
Yeah, but we've seen from James that he is shifty. He does have the athleticism to get by you. So I do like that game plan of his that he has to try and attack the basket.
Halfway through the second quarter. 4-point advantage, Lakeshore. It's a narrow advantage they've maintained for most of this game. Oh, and that's a really tough shot and not going to go down. And Hans Romanowski cleans it up down on this end quickly. Indy looking to get up here, but taken away.
Got
Nice
numbers.
play there from Drake Arvell. He gets it up and a corner three is good.
Excellent basketball right there from turning defense into offense, making the extra pass too to get the jumper to fall. Very nice.
Well, turns into a Nations three, and there, unexpected offensive star of the second quarter for the Indy Stripes. That's Sean Chapman Daly. Getting it done.
May have been Jay
Chapman Daly had actually played the fewest minutes on this Stripes team coming into this game, only averaging 9 per game. Oh boy.
Great. Norman
Once
Nations.
again, Norman Nations.
Yeah, that was Jay Less who made
That
that
was
last
Jay Less on that one,
down the
excuse
floor.
me.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Apologies,
I got you.
Jay.
I'm here to help.
Oh, hey, there's Benari James. He connects from outside and cuts into this lead. Lakeshore Drive wants to call a timeout. We're going to take a quick break as well. 2:36 remaining, second quarter, in Indianapolis.
Car's all yours.
Thanks. Cars.com's expert reviews made it easy, but...
Shouldn't there be more back and forth?
You missed the drama, right?
Yeah.
Maybe this will do the trick.
It's a puppy.
Not a puppy, a wolf.
What now?
He's a wolf, and that is its incredibly protective mother.
Put the wolf down.
You guys good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
Okay.
Four-point lead on the road for Lakeshore. Still a lot of hoops to come. 2.5, 2:36 to be exact, to close out the first half here.
Yeah, still plenty of time left to go in this game, but one of the things that Indy's going to have to improve on is they're going to have to pass the ball more. There's a lot of one-on-one basketball going on, be it isolation or otherwise, but one person gets the ball and they just go at it from there. You know, the team combined, at least so far, has a total of 3-4 assists altogether. Between 10 guys on the team, you want to have more assists than that, and that's not good. And again, looking at the numbers here too, the highest stat leader in assists on the team right now is actually Kirby Ordway. He has 4.3 assists. Next highest has been Ari James with 3. So it's not like they're not able to pass the ball and move the ball around, but the one-on-one isolation park style of basketball is not gonna work.
And that's what you just saw right there on that possession. Shot wouldn't go. Ooh. Sloppy pass right there. Just paying attention, Mitchell Marison Cole. Or his teammate out of bounds, trying to crawler that back in. Break for Indy, 90 seconds to go in the half. They trail by 6. Here he's using Novajovic. That really has been the Indy game so far. Novajovic, Benari James with a little bit of help from Sean Chapman Daly. And it has been a lot of one-on-one balls, you say, B-Ron, but he's still
Yeah, they're hanging in the game for now, but I think that's all they're going to do is hang around and not be able to make the moves they need to make if they keep trying to force the one-on-one style to work.
Another quick shot there. Won't go in. Chicago has it. Vel has it.
Hey,
Moods
okay.
his defender. Two-hand dunk. On this end,
perfection.
Ruby Ordway. We want to see more of him be wrong, and there he is. He is averaging 11.3 a game. Actually leads the team in assists. On average as well. Pretty little move there, won't go down, and Reza Red snatches that thing off the rim. Novajovic has it. Once again, wants to get inside. Has his shot deflected, but it will stay with Indy. 6.8 to go. Pretty good crowd here tonight at the Pit Row Fieldhouse, hoping to see their team get a first win of the season.
Yeah, you definitely
Reza Red has it, gives it up, gets it back to Novajovic, and he gets the long shot to go. That's just a 2, had a foot on the line.
Ah, man, back the foot up. Back the foot up a little bit.
Hey, he pulls Indy to within 2. We got a good game here on our hands. Lakeshore Drive looking to go 3-1, and Indy desperate to get their first win of the season after dropping their first 3. Norman Nations, Lakeshore going up against Benari James, but we've also seen particularly Drake Harvell and Johan Novajovic have some star turns tonight. Let's get some highlights here.
Yeah, it's been a good game for both sides so far. You know, despite the one-on-one basketball Indiana is playing in this game, Indiana. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Despite their style of play, it's working. They're in the game, but they're gonna have to do more and get everybody else involved. We're going to step aside for the rest of halftime. Come back for the third quarter, second half action here in Indy.
Even when I'm tired. Inspiration ain't required. I go hard in the pain even when I'm tired. 'Cause tomorrow ain't promised. I give my all, ain't nothing left. No tomorrow ain't promised. There's no tomorrow, no tomorrow.
$16 more minutes of basketball and a close one here in the Midwest.
All right, fans, get loud for the second half.
Indiana, Illinois rivals. Lakeshore and Indy going back and forth here. Lakeshore has actually maintained a narrow lead for almost the entire game.
Oh!
Here we have a chance to correct that, don't we?
Yeah, sure do. That was quick.
Nations can't believe that call, but it is going to send Benari James to the line. Chance to complete the three-point play.
Man, if you're a coach, you hate to see all that dribbling and then, put up a shot. But, I mean, if it results in a bucket and a foul on at the same time, I guess you can live with it.
Oh, James couldn't
not
get
that
the
part
free
of it,
throw to
though.
rattle home.
Everything else was fine until the free throw.
Wide open in the corner. Won't go. Jovic rips down the board. He's the leading scorer in this game, has 16.
And there's a double promptly on him.
Indy for a moment had Romanowski wide open underneath, didn't find him. Instead, get 2 shots. After that possession from Marcellus Brongo. Brongo on the board.
Good job moving without the ball, though, is Lake Shore Drive, which is always nice to see. And that finish. Woo.
I might have to see a replay of that. I think Jamal Harper jumped in the air, turned his back to the basket, and threw that thing over his head.
A blind shot, man.
I think he might have done that. I'll talk to my producer, Roniel, folks. If that was what I thought I saw, we'll make sure we get that up on the SimWorld Discord. And if you're not on the SimWorld Discord, definitely have to get there. That's where the conversation, the controversy, and a lot else happens.
It's a nice plug there, E. I like that.
Yeah, simworld.gg simworld.gg. Discord.gg/simworldnba. Or just look it up. You'll find it. Ooh. Ames split 2 defenders and got himself a nice look, but what he couldn't get was the bucket. We're still tied at 44 here. Come up 6 minutes, third quarter.
One other thing I'd like to see from Indy going forward is to utilize more of their big men. Or utilize the big men more, is what I'll say. That sounds better.
Yeah. Reza Red, definitely talented. 43rd ranked among the 16-year-olds, although he still hasn't had his 16th birthday yet. Marcellus Brungo at 6'7". We just saw a little bit of what he can do. 6'9", big man for the Stripes. Robert McGee, not much of an offensive threat. He's more of a defender at this point in his career, but...
Yeah, they've got 3 kids that are, over 6'5", and to not have them be utilized in an offense like this, especially with one from what we've seen tonight, has been a bunch of guard play, just ISO play. That's not good. I mean, again, they're in the game. They're winning the game by 2 right now. But imagine what would happen if you utilize your bigs in the offensive game plan.
3. Offensive 3 seconds.
3-second violation there. He's going to send it the other way.
And I think it was Rick Blaze who had said it yesterday, I believe, matter of fact. He had said that Indy won't win a game until Reza Red gets touches at all. And, I mean, when I heard that yesterday, I was like, you know what? You're onto something there, Rick. I think you're right. So I will agree with Blaze in that regard.
Big number 99 for the Stripes on the bench right now, but he does average 4 points a game to go with 4.3 rebounds. Again, just 15 years old. Towns Romanowski, actually their highest scoring big man, averaging 5.3 per game, but definitely a guard and wing heavy Stripes attack, and we've seen that tonight with Benari James, Johan Novajovic, and Jay Lewis.
Yeah, those 2-3 have been the offense and really the entire team for Indy, but again, I think that more so has to do with either game plan or the kids doing their own thing in some regards, maybe, perhaps.
Romanowski got a good position down there and gave it up. He's bad. He's going to take a jumper now, and he drains that. Wow. Towns Romanowski, 6'9", 200-pounder. It's the jumper to fall. Tie ball game again. Here's Nations trying to take on Romanowski. Gives it up. Oh, and Harvell has his shot swatted out of there, gets a second chance, and puts it back up again.
Wow. You kidding me, Drake? What?
That is what Drake Harvell can do. Well, Harvell is a huge boxing fan, and maybe some of that. Oh, and look at that swat there. It wasn't Harvell. That was Kyrie Holtzclaw. But
Oh, man.
maybe he and Harvell, I was about to say, Drake's a big fan of boxing, and maybe he gets some of his toughness from watching old fight films or something like that. But nice swat, Kyrie Holtzclaw, the 6'9", 16-year-old.
And I really liked what I saw from Holtzclaw in the pickup games this offseason and the tournaments that he was in. So I'm glad to see him playing while being a part of this Lakeshore Drive team at the level he is right now.
A scoring outburst from Johan Novajovic continues. Averages 11.3. He's way beyond that already. He's got 19. And here comes Reza Red. Oh, but he has his shot rejected.
Man.
Great play by Mitchell Marison Cole.
Great pass inside.
Nice finish from Zagor. Zagor's contributed off the bench tonight. That's something he usually does. He actually is second on this team, 14 points a game in spite of 15 and a half off the bench. And look at this. Sean Chapman Daly.
Man.
This is by far the best SimWorld game of Sean Chapman Daly's young career.
All right. Let me find out, Sean. Doing really good tonight.
Oh, another
man.
nice swat. I think McGee came over and got that one. Jovic going to test his three-point heat meter. A little too much right there.
That's one you got to set your feet for, though. The back. I can't talk. The wrong words. The backstep was no reason unnecessary. Oh, okay.
21 for Novajovic. 6'4", 195-pounder. He's from Texas. He's another one of these players. Maestro and I were talking about Mike House going off for South America. There's a Texan who got away from Lone Star in H-Town, and here's another in Novajovic. Boy, these two guys look like they can play. Texas, there's an incredible crop of ball players. I don't know what was going on, 16, 17 years old in the state of Texas, but they grew a heck of a crop of basketball athletes.
Yeah, they had a lot going on this season for sure, with all these Texas kids coming in and just essentially taking over somewhere. Hookers is crazy.
You got Texans starring in South America, here in the Midwest, and also out on the West Coast for the California teams.
Absolutely.
In addition, of course, to the homegrown talent that was kept by H-Town.
Exactly
and Lone
right.
Star.
Imagine though if all or at least half of those kids stayed in Texas and played for Lone Star or H-Town. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Here comes Indy. They build up a 2-point lead. Novajovic has been a big part of it. Once again, he shakes free, gets a clean look, and puts it up and in.
For all the flack that I've given Indy tonight in their style of play, number one, somehow it's working, but number two, it seems like at times they've been tough to stop with that too.
Shot won't go. McGee rebounds it, but time expires. We have one more quarter to go through. Indy Stripes looking to get their first win of the season and do it in front of the home fans. More minutes to find out if they can get it. Lakeshore Drive has it, and they're facing a 4-point deficit here. Johan Novajovic, 25 already in this game. Lakeshore, both Nations and Drake Harvell have 11 each.
Yeah, Johan has looked really good tonight. This may be so far his best game of the young season. May have to check some previous box scores and get that confirmed, but I'm fairly confident that this is his best game so far this season.
Well, Kirby Ordway missed that 3. That could have been big, would have stretched the lead to 7. Instead, a 3 on this end goes through. And that is DeAngelo Jordan, the newest member, Lakeshore Drive. 6'9", 200 pounds, and can hit from outside. That's this lead to 1. Ordway restores it to 3. 72nd ranked among the 17-year-olds, Kirby Ordway. Nice bucket there.
Man, he is.
Well, that's a great pass.
Talented player.
Finish not quite there though. He gets it inside, gives it up to Novajovic, surrounded by defenders. Novajovic actually might have got pushed out of the way there, but no call. Lakeshore ball.
You'd love to see McGee there take that mismatch and go to work with it.
Now, Robert McGee, number 8 out there for the Indy Stripes, only averaging less than a point a game. He's got 1 made bucket, actually. He's 1 for 3 on the season.
Timeout.
On the other hand, Johan Novajovic, 28. Already on a career high, looking for more.
Over/under on 35.
35 for Novajovic?
Yeah. I figure he's at 28 now. There's 6 minutes left in the game. You know, he could get to 35.
Well, it is his heroics, in large part, that have spotted Indy this 4-point lead. Benoni James contributing as well. Lakeshore Drive, their guard tandem, much heralded. Ray Carvel, Norman Nations doing their thing tonight, but
seems
Indy
like
motivated to get a first win of the season in front of their home fans.
Yeah.
Checking with my producer Ron Yell, if Indy were to lose this game, would this make them SimWorld's only 0-4 team? I'll see if I can get an answer on that. Meanwhile, LSD brings it back up.
I'll even see if I can double check that for you when I get a moment here as well, Lee. If our producer doesn't get to it, then maybe I can help you out.
Appreciate it. And Lath Money. Oceania is 0-4, so Indy would join them as the only 0-4 teams. They definitely don't want that distinction.
There's a few more who could also compete for that spot, too.
Jay Luss on the board. 5 rebounds already tonight. That's his first made bucket, however. Oh, that's a great drive and a fantastic finish. That is Drake Harvell, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
That is a veteran. That's a veteran move from a veteran player.
Oh, man. I got nothing for that one. No analysis for that one. Great dunk.
On this end, it's again loose.
Again.
Wow. Quiet for the first 24 minutes of this game. Jay Luce, the Philippines, 6'5", 16-year-old. Stores the 4-point margin.
No time like the present for him to get going, and he is a shooter. That's what he does very well. So no surprise to see him get going here. He had a bit of a small twist off season as well. Originally committed to Asia Pacific. Still supposed to stay home and play with them, but issues with the coach up there at the time, Shiro Lee. He eventually ended up getting cut from the team and ended up joining Benari James here in Indy.
Both Nations and Harvell got a crack at it there. Couldn't score, and down on this end. Angelo Jordan with the foul, and that's going to send Jay Luce to the line. Tough kid. 6'5". He's also a football player. Jay Luce.
So that aggression comes from.
Yep. He's noted, the scouting report notes that he is a streaky shooter. So started a little bit cold this game, but he's feeling it here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he's definitely picked it up here and come alive in the fourth quarter. Which, combine that with the aggression that he plays with, and that's going to be a very big key to his development as he continues to grow as a player.
Just 16 years old, but it'll be interesting to see if he goes pro in Asia, Europe, or elsewhere, or if he goes the college route, Jay Lewis.
That is very true, too. Oh, they're going to get charged? I don't know about that one.
Novajovic did a great job of selling it, I will say that. Ended up on the floor, made the call easy for the referee, even if he didn't get the cleanest look. So smart play there by the leading scorer in this game, who once again is attacking. Couldn't get to 30 on that little layup, though.
Yeah, he's still got 4 minutes to get to 35.
Well, he's got plenty of time. So to Lakeshore, only down 5 here.
Right.
Shot,
there it is. Yes, sir. There
Norman
it is.
3, Norman Nation.
Nicely done. The block, unfortunately, didn't work in Indy's favor. Everyone went for the ball and forgot about Norman in the corner.
Oh, look at Benari James.
Man, oh man.
6'2" guard, loves to get inside. Certainly has been living inside there tonight. Well, he's a big MMA fan. He actually is a mixed martial artist himself, Benari. Using some of that strength to his effect. But right back at you, Norman Nations. One of the most fought over recruits. Big Ten schools, Illinois, Michigan, Michigan State. Some of the names after Norman Nations.
Any of those schools will be lucky to have a player as talented as Nations. And that goes for really any of these kids going forward. These are 16, 17-year-old kids, so their stories don't end here. There will be college opportunities coming. We are going to take a quick break, come back for the last 2:51 of the fourth quarter.
5-point lead for Indy. Johan Novajovic and his 28 points leading the way, but it was a fun little statistical anomaly. Leading the Indy Stripes in assists tonight is their 15-year-old, 6'10", 240-pound paint beast, Reza Red, who's dished out 3, a team high, in spite of limited minutes. So,
yeah, the tallest player on the team, biggest kid on the team by far. No points, but
no
leads the team in assists. What is going on?
Has snagged 4 rebounds as well. Should also credit Lath Money on Lakeshore Drive. 6'8" big man, 7 boards. He's picked up 3 assists as well. But if we were talking about player of the game, B-Ron, I don't think that we need B-Ron Stradamus to have a prediction on this one. I think we all know who it is, don't we?
Yes, it is Johan Novajovic in this game. 28 points. The Simro, whose record this season 34. Bronny James. I said Johan could get 35. I still think he could, but he ran out of time. I mean, there's 2.5 minutes left now, so gotta get going here quick. But so does Lakeshore if they want a chance in this game to finish it up.
There's Lath Money, who I just praised for his passing in this game, but third attempt at a bucket turns into 2, thanks to Lath's dunk, and 3-point game now, coming up on 2 minutes. Still everything to play for in this one.
Well, absolutely no way.
Ooh. That shot almost went down, and it was not a good set shot there by Novajovic. He was just dialed in tonight.
Yeah, that's definitely one of those heat check shots. Looked like it, for sure.
Shot there won't go. Up to the right quickly come the Stripes. Here's Jay Luce.
Oh, he got it!
Field in this fourth quarter.
That's big. That's a big shot right there.
Let's see if Norman Nations can answer. And he gets 2 of it back. 4-point game now. 95 seconds on the clock.
It's been a battle-log game, and
it really has.
I'm surprised that Indy's winning it, but there's still time for Lakeshore Drive to, have this game over and take the lead, but they've got to hit their shots, number one. They got to get shots on defense.
A shot there from Benari James. He's had to play second fiddle to Novajovic, the offensive end tonight, but that was a big shot there. 6-point lead now. Nations once again sets up on James. Tries to get inside, gets a pretty good look, but it won't go. Third way to the bucket, but he gives it out of Novajovic's hands. One of the rare mistakes. We're going to take a quick break as well. 49 seconds when we come back. We're back. Not much time left. Lakeshore Drive. They do have the ball. Nations has it. All right, James on him. Nice pass inside. Oh, that's a really brutal break. Harvell had that thing just hang on the rim and not go down. Novajovic with the rebound. Harvell quickly fouls him. That's not a shooting foul yet.
All right. They'll need to do one more of those, and it'll be free throw time.
Novajovic has it. Double team. They don't foul him, and instead, Jay Luce is going to take a three and nail it.
What happened?
Jay Luce decided to end this game in style.
Man.
I do think that makes it official.
Yeah.
Way back now. Nations drives, gets a layup. It's 7 points, 24 seconds. I'm surprised Lakeshore's not. Well, I think Lakeshore is inevitable here. But Indy doesn't.
No, Johansson, let me get one more up.
32 minutes, it appears, folks, and Benari James one kill.
I don't know how Coach Love is going to feel about that one. He might not be too pleased about Indy putting up shots like that with the game
Let's see if they
under
heave
control.
one here at the buzzer. No? Okay, that's probably for the best. Hey, it's still impressive. 10-point victory Indy takes down Lakeshore. Lakeshore falls to 2-2. Indy, just like Philly, just like we saw in our first game, it is indeed Winter Wednesday here on SimWorld TV. Two teams getting their first wins of the year. Indy Stripes are now 1-3, to the delight of the home crowd here. Hey folks, first of all, thank you for being with us tonight. We always appreciate it. We are going to be back tomorrow. We kick it off with Latin America taking on the Yacht Club. USA versus global team action. We got post-ups and we got more to follow that, so be sure to be back tomorrow, Thursday, here on SimWorld TV. Folks, I'm Ilava for my broadcasting partner B-Ron and our producer Ron Yell. Thank you so much for being with us, and we'll see you again tomorrow.